Hey, what's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we have another breakdown for you today. And it's really going to be just a comparison between Tom Brady and Tim Tebow, and it really is going to show a lot in terms of your release time and what really makes somebody perform at a high level. And so really it'll be about how to improve your release based off of what you can see within Tebow's throwing motion compared to Tom Brady. This is from that playoff game in 2011, and what we're looking at is, if we look at the time that there's two important times, I think, and I mean there's as many different ways we could look at the numbers, to be honest with you, but if we look to see one, Tom Brady, notice when he touches the ground to load. Right, and what I said is that he was really getting ready, and this is about the same throw. This is Tom Brady throwing to the left, Tim Tebow throwing to the right, which is kind of your off throw as a quarterback. But I just wanted to get the something that was the same for each. So 3, 2, 1. You can see at the bottom here is when Tom Brady's ready to throw on the left. 2, 1, and then he actually releases the ball at, I said 7.5, which is right there, 3.75. Okay, this is 0.75. Then we can compare that to Tim Tebow, where and his is a little bit more where it's like he's dropping back and he hits that back foot. Right, see how that back foot hits right there, 3.26, right? And then as soon as that back foot hits, he's starting to, load himself up and throw, which, Tom Brady had a little bit more of he was loaded there, and then doesn't really start to throw until about 3.44, right there is when, he actually disconnects the ball from his hand. Right, so he starts at 3.44. Where Tim Tebow almost from the very beginning is getting ready to throw the ball, right at that 2.6 where he hits the ground, and then he doesn't actually get the ball out of his hand until 9.6. So that's 0.7 seconds in comparison to Tom Brady, which took him only 0.54, and that was, with him kind of laxing back there a little bit, right? And from 3.44 to 3.75, that's only 0.31, where if we actually look at when Tim Tebow brings the ball back, initially he takes the ball his hand off the ball, it's about right there. Boom. Probably 4.43. I gave him 4.46. To make it so it's 0.5, right? So we're talking about a 0.19 difference, or 0.2 tenths, right? Which is almost 50%, probably 38% difference between how long it takes Tim Tebow to get rid of the ball compared to how long it takes Tom Brady to get rid of the ball. 40% difference, which is crazy. If you really think about it when it comes to the little bitty parts of the throw. He was really able to maximize. Tom Brady's really able to maximize getting the ball out of his hands quickly. And, we have another breakdown on it, which I think, in that breakdown, it's closer to 0.38 in terms of, how much time it takes Tom Brady to get out of his hands. But when he's actually in the game, it only takes him 0.31. So, it's really a big thing to consider, because there's a lot of guys that I go through breakdowns with, and that's almost why I'm doing this, is just to give you those real hard numbers where it takes them, 0.45 to 0.5 seconds to get rid of the ball, right? And when you have that long of a time and you're comparing yourself to a Tom Brady, right, who takes 0.31 to get the ball out of his hands, again, from 0.31 to 0.5, that's almost a 40% difference in release time, which is a huge thing when it comes to numbers. That's a lot more time for the defensive backs and everybody to release off of the ball. And the reason why that's happening is look at how much time he spends bringing the ball back, right? We always talk about being able to be quick in that loading phase, right? So if he releases the ball at 4.6, he doesn't start actually bringing the ball forward, or yeah, he starts bringing the ball forward right about there. Boom, 4.84. So 0.38 seconds are spent loading. Where look at Tom Brady. He gets rid of the ball, or he disconnects it. 4.46. And you could say the ball starts going at 6.3. You know, if you want to say 6.5, you could probably say 6.5. 6.6, it's 0.2 seconds. Right, again, I mean, that's almost a 50% difference, right, from one to the other. So he's spending all that time loading the ball, and I see this so commonly. And so to really improve your release, guys, because you want to be able to maximize your ability to throw the ball far. And part of what loading the ball does is basically so you can put a little bit more on it. But you have to find a good balance of being able to load the football but still maximize your release. I mean, look at how quick Brady gets rid of the ball with that elbow, right? That's the big thing, guys. That's a big part of what makes it so we can get rid of the ball so quickly. This is much more like what I see when I do breakdowns is, you know, bring the ball back, right? See how he brings the ball back, and then see how he loads and brings that ball way back behind him? That's an easy 0.08 to 0.1 seconds, right? And that little bit there ends up being the difference between getting the ball out in, you know, one second or you know, 0.3 seconds, 0.35 seconds in comparison to, you know, 0.5 seconds. Because now when you have to come back from way back there, now it adds how much time it takes you to get the ball out in front of you again. Look at how Tom Brady does such a great job of keeping the ball out in front of him the whole time. That's what makes it so he can really release the ball effectively. You know, and then also look at where he gets his power from. You know, this is a big thing as well. Notice how calm Tom Brady is and how he just really can get that front foot down, torque, and let it rip. Where Tim Tebow, which, you know, he's a big guy, right? He might not be as tall as Tom Brady, but he's still, you know, weighs just as much. But look how he has to really step out, and then he really, like, pushes off the ground. He almost throws like a pitcher. And then from there, has to cork his body a ton and is all the way leaned over the side in order to get the ball out of his hands. So he's using a lot more, you know, really because he has to step so far, right? He has to end up having to generate a lot more force in his body because of that big step. So you guys that are really having a big step, you're also putting yourself in a tough position and having to get the ball out of your hands. You know, I know we see, like, you know, Drew Brees and Russell Wilson take longer steps. Even like a Patrick Mahomes takes a longer step. But those guys are also on, you know, even though they have great releases, they're not up into the 0.3, you know, 1 or 0.32 areas like Aaron Rodgers is and Tom Brady is, right? These guys are very elite with how long it takes for them to get the ball out of their hands. Where, you know, I mean, Russell Wilson is still into like 0.36. And Patrick Mahomes, I think, is like 0.38-ish. So, you know, it is not a lot more time. It's a few hundredths, but, you know, there's a lot of money that's made between somebody that runs 4.5 and somebody who runs 4.2, which is just 300ths. That's the reality of it. So, you know, the difference between you throwing the ball here and you throwing the ball here could be the difference between you being a first-round draft pick or not, or a first-day draft pick, or, you know, whatever. You know, because as time goes on, guys, this is going to be more and more important. I mean, we're really diving deep into the numbers, and I think, I mean, we've already been able to show a lot of great results with it. And as time goes on, this information is just going to be, I mean, with slow down tape and really being able to get the biomechanics of things, these types of things are just going to be more and more prevalent for quarterbacks and really for athletes in general in order to really maximize the performance. And also from a, you know, data analytic perspective will really make it so teams are able to make the right selections in their picks. You know, they're going to look more and more at these numbers to try to ensure that they're going to be making, you know, when they make a few $1 million investment, that it's the right few $1 million investment. So you guys got to look at this stuff. It's very important. If you guys want to get a breakdown, reach out to me. I would happy to do a breakdown for you. Be happy to get into the numbers. I don't need to necessarily be your new quarterback coach. I just can give you some information that where you need to work on from a numbers perspective, and it can, really give you a lot of
watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, you can subscribe down below, and that way you can get updates on any of the new videos that we get. Also, if you want to, you can check out some of our other breakdowns for speed and throwing. We have exercises, also jumping mechanics videos, a lot of great stuff within our channel. Hope you enjoy.